Excellencies, honorable members of parliaments, distinguished participants and guests, ladies and few gentlemen, dear colleagues, it is a pleasure for me to be in Addis Ababa for the annual summit of the Women in Parliaments Global Forum. I would like to thank Silvana Koch-Merin for the kind invitation to address this distinguished gathering and the African Union for co-hosting the event. I am in the early months of my mandate, but I can assure you that I am resolved to keep on fostering gender equality as one of my top priorities. I embrace this as a commissioner, but more importantly, as a human being. This event is focusing on a fundamental issue. If we sincerely want to address the challenge of women's empowerment and representation, we will need new leaders who will be prepared to make the case. This applies to parliamentarians, administrators, business leaders, academics, and the media, among others. International organizations and participatory networks, such as this one, play a key role. Synergies with civil society organizations are also crucial for moving the gender agenda forward at local, regional, and global level. This summit is taking place at a very important moment in the international development agenda. It is almost 20 years since the Beijing Declaration and the Platform for Action were adopted. They represented a historic step forward in recognizing the situation of women and girls and making a commitment to their empowerment and full participation in society. 20 years later, it is appropriate to take stock of how much progress has been made in meeting those objectives. Despite visible progress, gender equality still needs our full commitment in order to achieve more tangible and lasting results. We have done a lot, but we need to do more. And more importantly, we need to do it better. There are 45% fewer maternal deaths in the world than in 1990. But 800 women still die every day from preventable causes related to pregnancy and childbirth. In 2015, this figure is simply unacceptable. According to UNESCO statistics, by 2012, the global adult literacy rate had risen to 84%, but women represent over 60% of the world's illiterate. This imbalance must have specific reasons that we need to address. The percentage of women in the parliament has nearly doubled in the last 20 years, but women still account for only 22% of parliamentarians in the world. This means that the voice of half of the world's population is not heard loud enough. There are many more examples that show that there is still a long way to go to ensure that women have a full and equal voice and choice in all areas of life. Now is the time to take decisive steps to close the gender gap once and for all. As you know, 2015 is a crucial year for shaping the future direction of sustainable and inclusive development. The current Millennium Development Goals have played an important role in gender equality and women's empowerment, but we need to go further and faster. The post-2015 agenda has to be a universal one. This means that it also concerns our societies in the developed world, including the European Union. Commitment to gender equality must therefore be a constant element in our own domestic efforts and not just something that we preach to others. The new Sustainable Development Goals, which we hope to endorse at the UN summit in New York in September, must include strong commitments on gender equality and women's empowerment. We will keep on working hard to have them both as a standalone goal and as a key element for the achievement of all other goals. In practical terms, this means ensuring that women and girls have full and equal access to education, healthcare, sanitation and employment, and do not suffer from discrimination, whether it be institutionalized or derived from the traditional role of women in their cultures and societies. There can be no development without empowered women, as they are key for the world's prosperity and well-being. Let me stress here that the European Union remains fully engaged in the promotion of gender equality and women's rights. As our current action plan on gender equality expires this year, the European Union and the European Commission is preparing a comprehensive and robust successor. Our new action plan will be much more focused on results and more tailored to specific needs on the ground. And gender perspective will continue to be reflected in all our programming documents for assistance to partner countries. I hope that the discussions at this summit will inspire us to take forward our thinking and action on all of these issues. Our agenda offers a wide range of possibilities to deepen our knowledge and rightly takes time to recognize those countries that have facilitated the political empowerment of women and shown regional leadership in closing the gender gap in politics. So I wish you all a very successful conference. Thank you.